to day 10 of the Forks Over Knives challenge. So I'm just slightly puffy. It's not too bad. A little bit sore, but not too bad. So I have some leftover of the cheesy pepper sauce that I made from the other night. And I am going to make I wanted to make a baked ziti recipe using the rest of it. However, I wasn't super sold on the baked ziti recipe, so I'm going to make like a combination of recipes here. So they have a recipe for baked ziti, which uses the no cheese sauce. So we've already made the no cheese sauce. And then on their website, they have a vegan cheesy sauce, which I'm actually just looking to make like an Alfredo type sauce. So I'm kind of following their creamy celeriac pasta Alfredo sauce recipe. But basically, I mean, this is really super easy to put together. It's very similar to what I would consider that I've seen in other sauce recipes. There's no nuts in this one, which I'm kind of excited about. But yeah, let's just go ahead and put this together. So I have a bag. This is not 100% what the recipe is, so I'll put the link in the description box below for you guys. So you need about a pound of cauliflower. This is only 12 ounces, but close enough. It does not call for onion in the recipe. I'm putting onion in the recipe because I want onion in the recipe. So there's that part. A little bit of garlic. It does call for 2 small cloves of garlic if I can get this open. Oh, I did, cool. So a little bit of garlic. Then 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast. I'm actually going to just put a scant 1/2 cup of nooch in there. I don't need a full 1/2 cup. The cheesy sauce has nooch in it as well. It does call for also 1/2 cup of some kind of plant-based milk. I'm actually going to leave that out for now because my cauliflower is thawed-ish and it's kind of wet. So I'm going to see how well this blends together without it, and then put a little bit in to make it if I need to. Need 2 teaspoons, I think. Yes, 2 teaspoons of white wine vinegar. Actually, let's do the miso first. It calls for 1/2 teaspoon of white miso. I'm going to use a full teaspoon of miso. I've used this in other cheese sauces that I've made, and I really like it in that. So, okay, there's the white miso. Although it's not exactly white, it's kind of light brown, but close enough. All right, 1/4 teaspoon of mustard. Probably all that's gonna come out of here is like liquid, but it's okay, it tastes like mustard. And 1/2 teaspoon of dried marjoram. Let's see, calls for salt and black pepper if you choose, or white pepper even says. It also calls for 1/8 teaspoon of ground turmeric, which is just for color, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to put that in there because I don't care if it's white or not. In fact, I would prefer it to be white, but it's probably not going to be. And then a medium Yukon Gold potato, which I'm just gonna leave out. So I'm gonna go blend this. Actually, I'm going to put a sprinkle of black pepper in there as well. I got that out to actually remind myself to put it in there. I'm going to go and blend this. Mix this into, like I said, I'll add a little bit of white milk if I need to get it to blend up. I think it'll be fine, but maybe a little bit. I'm going to blend this into my pasta and put that in a dish and put the cheesy sauce on the top and bake it like it's a baked ziti. I think with ziti you should be using a penne noodle. I've got rotini. I don't really see that it matters too much. Noodles is a noodle to me, but anyways, I'm going to go get that put together and I'll be back to show you guys what it looks like in just a little bit. All right guys, so I am done baking in the oven. It does not look very, very pretty and very appetizing. So I have to say, I've tried a bite of this, and the conclusion is I've tried a bite of it several times now. It is very good, but, and you will almost never hear me say this, but it really is true. It needs just a tiny little bit of salt, like for real. I put a little bit of salt in the palm of my hand and I sprinkled it over it, and then I had a bite or two, and it was way better, which is very unusual. I am not typically a add salt to things kind of girl, but it needs a little bit of salt. So I put a tiny little bit on there and it was like 20 times better. It's very good. I like it a lot, especially the two together. The cheesy sauce on the potato was good. Not fabulous, but pretty darn good. And then the creamy sauce that I made, I tried it before I put it on there. I liked that as well. The two together is very good. Needs a tiny little bit of salt. So there you go. I'm going to sprinkle a teeny tiny little bit of salt on my food, and I'm going to go off to work and see you guys in the morning for some exercise. Good morning, everyone. So I just want to touch base with you real quick. Food was really good. It was a lot of work, actually. I was really glad that I had the cheese sauce already ready before I made the cauliflower Alfredo-ish sauce, because that would have been a lot of work to have all three. Like, you have to make the noodles, you have to make the cheese sauce, and you have to make the Alfredo sauce. However, it was very good. So I did put a little sprinkle of salt across the whole thing, and it was delicious. So anyways, I need to go get changed quick so that I can start working out. I was talking to my husband on my drive home, and he said, I think I'm cranky. And I was like, okay. He said, I need a nap. Okay. Then you should come home from taking the boys to school and take a nap. So he's gonna come home and lay down on the couch. So that means I need to get my workout done before he gets, well, not before he gets home, but pretty close to being done by the time he gets home, which shouldn't be an issue at all. But anyways, yeah, I am going to go upstairs and get changed quick, and I think it's kind of funny when you're told you can't exercise for a couple of days, like you're not allowed to, then you're done, and you're like, I really want to exercise. And normally it's like, ugh, yeah, I gotta go home and exercise. And now I'm like, yay, I get to go back to exercising again. It's kind of retarded. I'm gonna do 4 sets today. I may not do very well with the last, is the last one, the last one is the leg raises. I'm not, my abdominal muscles are not very strong. I'm very bad at that one. And after 3 of them, I'm probably not gonna do real well on the 4th, but I'm gonna do 4 sets today. So there you go. So I'm going to go get started on that, and I will see you guys again tonight.